Let's create such a cute little notebook today using some really simple materials, some distress oxides, and let's create a magnetic closure here. And yeah, let's use my new digital printable paper collection that's called The Show Must Go On. For this project, we will need some thicker paper to make the cover, and we will need a signature, of course, that we can sew into this cover later. So let me first tell you something about this paper that I have chosen for this project. So the thickness of this paper is approximately like scrapbooking paper. So it's a little bit thicker, but not too thick. And I have chosen this specific piece here because it has this ledger things on it. So as you can see, it has this really cool handwriting on it. And this kind of paper and this look of the paper fits really well to the papers that I have chosen for my signature. So I would recommend to use something that you like, of course, and that matches the papers of your signature. So let me just show you in detail what I mean and so that you can get an imagination why I have chosen this paper. So these printed pages that I have here come from my brand new digital printable paper collection that's called The Show Must Go On. And I had to try out some things, so I printed that out, and then I thought I want to make this little folio, this little one signature journal out of this paper. And I mixed it with some coffee dyed paper where I have some distress oxide splashes and that stuff, and some eco dyed papers as well, some stenciling and that stuff. And you can see you can see that the colors are matching really well. So I love this. I love this so much. So that was some kind of a happy accident, a little bit too much water and too much of distress oxide, and I came up with this cool splash here. So yeah, I really like that. Sorry, I had to say that. I'm so proud of this page, you can't believe. In the background of the printable, there are some ledgers as well. So as you can see, this numbers and this typical writing here that matches this paper here really well. And I also have some ephemera for this paper collection that has this handwriting stuff on it. And that's the reason why I wanted to have this paper for the cover. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that helps you to make your own decision what paper to choose for this cover thingy that we are going to make now. Okay, so the second thing that I have thought about this is the size of this paper. As you can see, I have 2 sheets here, and I have to say, in this little tutorial, I will not measure anything. So if you know me, then you know that I hate measuring, and I will try to give you a way that you can make your own cover for such a one signature journal just by eyeballing it and just by doing it, some kind of intuitively. So the only 2 things that you have to think about is you have to choose 2 pieces of paper that have the same height as your signature. As you can see, when I put this here, this lines up with the top and this lines up with the bottom of my signature. So when I printed out, when I printed out the pages of my printable, I took an A4 sheet and printed them out without a border. So I have a whole A4 sheet. And this is A4 as well, as you can see. So that's exactly the same size. Of course, this method would work with US letter sized paper as well. So the main thing is that the height is the same as your thicker paper that you have chosen for the cover. So that, the pages don't peek out later. And then you will need 2 pieces of this size, and that's all. It's really, really easy. Okay, so the next thing is we want to put this to the, yeah, I would say to the ugly side, so to the side that will be the inside of the cover later. And then the first thing that you have to decide is how wide you would like to have this first flip that goes over this here. So I will not fold this in half, but I want to fold it, yeah, something like this, for example, or you could also do it like this. That's completely your personal preference, like you want, yeah, how you want to do that. But I would recommend to, yeah, I would say, so can you see this? So I said I will not measure anything, but my eye tells me that this width is approximately the same width like this. And I would say that is the maximum that you can go to this side. So I would not recommend to make it like this, so that this is really small and this is really wide. Because when this is the flip of the journalator, this easily makes this, even if it's folded later. So even if you don't want to make it the same width on both sides, yeah, I would recommend to do it, yeah, something like this. So let me just do it and you will see what I mean. Sorry. Okay, so I will just, yeah, do it like this, so that I have a light fold here, so that I know what I have to do now. So then I take this and I go here to this edge here, and I go here to this edge to make sure that this will be a 90-degree angle later and that it's folded correctly. So as you can see here, I have not pressed the paper yet. Then, when I have done this, I will take something like this with this, how do you call that? You know what I mean, this folding tool here. No, not folding. You know what I mean. And then I put this into here and I line it up with this little mark that I made before. And then I just go one time here, and this is too short, so I have to bring it to the other way around and do this the same. That's a little bit tricky, but I have only this small thing here. But as you can see, it worked. And when I have this first fold, then I do it like this and press it. And to avoid that, so that this thing here later will not stand up like this now, we do the following trick. We will now try to make a round spine here. Sounds a little bit crazy, but it's really, really easy. So we just take this thing here again and our tool here. And then I will just place this here. And I will go over this thing here several times. So here is the thing that I made before. So this is my fold. And I go 1 or 2 or 3 of this tiny gaps here to the right side and to the left side. So that this will be, yeah, I would say approximately... let me just measure this. I said I will not measure anything. So this is about 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeters. And I will do this here several times. And it's not the problem if you flip the paper like this, because we only need some of these little lines here. So that's all. We just want the paper to be a little bit smoother than it was before. So you can also turn that around and do it again. if you think it's not enough. And I will try to show you in a second how that looks now. So give me a second, please. Okay, so I think that's enough. So when you now take this, you can see, hopefully, how can I show you that? Hopefully you can see that. Here are some of these lines now. And now you can take the paper and just press it a little bit. And I would recommend to, let the paper do what it wants. I know that's a little bit strange, but that's the best way to make this rounded spine here be really, like a magical thing. So you can press it here as well. And what you also can do is you can take some kind of a round thing like this. So this is the end of a brush, and you can take the paper and just press it over this here a little bit. So that makes the paper really smooth, and with these folds you get a really nice and round spine later. And that way it's no problem that the signature is relatively fat. So it gives you a little bit more space here, but it's not like a normal spine. So do you know what I mean? I want it to be really smooth and round, and not this kind of 90-degree here and then flat here and 90-degree here. So this way, it's really cool. I think it's really cool. So it looks like this. And you can also take your fingers and press it a little bit until you have the smoothness and the feeling that you think, okay, that fits into here really, really well. And then we have this, and as you can see now, this paper, before I made this round spine, it was like this, and now it's really, relatively flat. And later on, when this is finished, it will stay flat, and that's the cool thing. Okay, so now we have this, and then we can take some paper clips, and then I press this here into this cover thing, so that it is in the place where it will be later when this whole thing is sewn in. And then I just fix it with 2 paper clips, one on the top and one on the bottom. So now I want to decide excuse me, how much space I want to leave here. So I mean, we want to flip this here to the other side now, and then sew the second paper to this one here. So I have to decide how much space I want to leave here. So of course, this space belongs to the kind of edge of your paper. So if you have, for example, some lace here that you have sewn or glued to the pages, then, so let me just show you that. For example, you have a lace, and that's here on the page like this. Then of course you have to have in mind that this space here is a space that you need. So do you know what I mean? When you want to flip this, you don't want the lace to be folded like this. For this little journal here, I made it as easy as possible, so I have only my normal edge of paper here. So that's a really easy job. But if you have some kind of lace or for example page tabs that are made out of paper and they come out here, then please have in mind that you leave a little bit more space for the next fold that we will make here. And so first of all, I need something to make a little mark. So I just take, this thing here, and I think I will go, 1/2 centimeter like this away from the pages. So hopefully you can see that. So it's only really a small space here. And then I can take my tool here again, put it here, and do it like this. Oopsala. Turn it around. So it would be really helpful to have such a tool in the right size, but yeah, I have to live with this circumstances. Okay, so like this. And now we have to leave another space here. And this space has to be the height of our signature. So we have to, yeah, also eyeball that. So I will do it like this. I will just fold this like so. And then so later on, when this cover is finished, we will have a closure on top, and this will be pressed down a little bit. So yeah, I don't have to choose this height because this will be like this later. So you know what I mean. But if you want to make embellishments, or if you want to glue photos into your little journal later, then leave more space here than when you only want to write in it. I think I will go with, yeah, it's a little bit hard to explain, but when you want to try this, I think you will see this within seconds how wide this has to be. So it's some kind of a feeling how wide this has to be. So this now is 1.5 centimeter, I would say. Okay, so that looks really unprofessional. Sorry, but yeah, it works. Okay, so we have 2 folds now. One here near the pages and the second one here. So that I now can, yeah, do it like this as I did it before, so that this is in the right place. And then I fold the second thing, and then I can check if this will work. And you can see when I put it into the place where it will be later, then it's like this, and that would be no problem. So you can feel that. If you have this here and you press this and you feel that this goes down a little bit, so then you know that you have enough space in the journal later. You can also check that by holding it like this. And now you can see here is enough space like this. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. It's, yeah, some kind of a feeling, some kind of a junk journalist feeling that you need here to do this. So yeah, so it's really helpful to have that. You can fold this back now, and then we will do the same trick as on the other side to get this a little bit round. So I put this here into this thing, and I just go here in this little thingies here, turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. It's only to make this a little bit more smooth, so that you can now take this like we did it on the other side and just press it a little bit. And then we will take this second piece here, and we will bring that to this little flip here, so that we have a second piece that we can put here to the cover, so that we have, yeah, this whole thing closed. And I think the easiest way is to first glue this, even if this is still too long. So let's just do that. Let's just, oopsala, take some glue and glue this here. Okay, so I just dried that with my heat gun so that I can go on and fold this so that it don't falls apart. Of course, you can also wait until the glue is dry. And now, of course, this thing here is way too long. But this is the chance to do with this cover what you want. You could make it like this so that you have a little fold out later, so that you can put some embellishments here, some pockets here, some, yeah, what you want, some, yeah, pockets, for example, to store some ephemera or that stuff. Or you could also decide to make it like I will make it now. So I will just go, let me just think about this, until here. So also this here is some kind of, yeah, feeling how far I will go away from this spine. And then I take this, fold it to the other side. And then I can take this back, and you can see now this is like this. And when I want to have this here for the outside, of course I have to take this and fold it to the other side, like so. And now we can even make a pocket here in the inside. So if you have this, it's a really good idea to have this material with 2 layers here for the cover. So we can just take this like so, fold it here, like this. Just check if this still works. So that's also this, yeah, kind of trying it out method. So this will work. So I will turn it back, and because of the fact that I want to have this handwriting here, I now can decide if I want to have it like this, so that only this part of the writing is can be seen, or of course I could turn it like this so that the whole page has this handwriting. What we also could do is, yeah, do it like this, and then glue something from the design paper here to this little flip here. So now I will just go and search for a little piece of fabric that we can use to make the spine a little bit more sturdy. And I think I don't have to go away because I have this here. Let's put some glue here. And now I will go to my sewing machine, and the first thing I want to do is to sew the pocket here so that I have, yeah, it closed here and here, that I can put something in here and here later. And I will also go around a little bit here to make it a little bit more interesting, even if it's not necessary to sew around here, but I think that's, yeah, nice and it looks nice. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so here we go. So in the meantime, I have sewn around here a little bit crazy, and I also have put this fabric here. So I will just take this here, and I think this time I will put it here to my acrylic block so that I can do it like this. Mix this up a little bit. Spritz a little bit of water. So let's do that really carefully. Just spritz and then take the heat gun and dry it. So as I said, I have this butterfly here, and I just want to take one of the girls from the printable to give her these wings and put her here to the front cover. I don't know where she will exactly be in the end, and I don't know if it will be this one here, but let me see. So I think I haven't printed out everything, so she would be not so good for this plan because she has this bag in her hand, and that would be a problem with the wings of the butterfly. She would also not be so good because she is looking in the wrong direction. This is really difficult to cut. Wrong direction. And I think we will go with the first one that we had there. So that's the same like this, I think. Yes. Okay, so let's take her. So I will just cut around here. Okay, so I think I had some problems with my camera. Sorry. Now I'm back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I thought was, why do we normally put butterfly wings behind such or a similar woman like this. So I mean this straight way. Is there any reason why we couldn't do it like this? I don't know what you think, but I'm totally in love with this look. I don't know. So I know it's personal preference and it's totally up to you, of course, how you would like to do it. But I think this would be, yeah, something different, something... I have to do it like this. Please do it like you want it. And yeah, so the next thing that I want to do is to find a position for this girl here. But I want to go a little bit crazy with this part of this cover thing here. So I want to do it like this, so that it looks a little bit, yeah, some kind of used, or yeah, you know what I mean. And then we have to find the position for this little girl here. Okay, so then we have the problem, or yeah, so we are junk journaler, it's no problem at all, but we have this little thing here, and that's a little bit flimsy. So I could back this with a really hard paper, so for example a cardstock or something like that, but I would like to use some fabric for this, so that this thing here can't fall apart when you open the book and when you close it. So yeah, I just want to put some of this fabric here behind, and I thought it could be nice if we do it like this, so that this wing is on top here, and that the wing is backed with the fabric. And I'm just thinking if we need a second or a third one of this white things here. I think I will just I'm thinking about sewing around here, so just in this square format of this piece here. And before I do that, gluing this down. So I don't know if that looks great afterwards, but let's try that. And this is a little bit too thin until now, but I will just take a second one of this and sew them together. And perhaps I can also put a piece of scrapbooking paper in between of the both pieces of fabric. Okay, so here we go. I'm really happy with this solution. I know it's a little bit unusual to sew through the girl, but yeah, you know me. Sometimes I need such solutions. And now we can put this here, I think. So yeah, later on, yeah, that's really sturdy now. Later on we can do it like this, and this is, yeah, really thick, and nothing can happen to this printed image here. I will just sew around here as I have sewn around here, and then I glue this here to my cover. Um, do you also think that this has to go here and not as originally planned here? Definitely, this has to go here. Okay, so then I think we should think about some buttons to add here, and also perhaps use one of those to make this closure thing. And first of all, I thought I want to make, yeah, you know, this closure where you have one button here and one button on the other side, and then wrap a thread around here. But I think I want to try another solution today, so perhaps I think this can be cute, but this one is not the right one, I think. I also have some of my handmade buttons, so perhaps we could also, woo, woo, perhaps we could also use those. And yes, 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 yes. I think this is better because those are not so thick. And when you open the journal later, especially on this part of the cover, then you won't have this thick button underneath. It's easier to write in the journal later then, when this is not so thick. Okay, so now I just want to take a thread and put it around through the holes here, and then I want to glue this so that I don't see the thread of this sewn button here on the other side, so on the inside of the you know, of the cover. Okay, so and for the last one, I thought I could try to take some magnets, put them underneath. Okay, so I just found this little metal thing here, and I think when I look to the other side, I have put some magnets here, and that's really a strong thing. And I thought, why not putting this metal thing like so, yeah, that this is here and the magnets are somewhere below this thing. So yeah, then it's perhaps, I don't know, that can work. I think that can work. Yeah, I think that's totally strong enough. Yeah, okay. So I think we have to cut this a little bit shorter. Don't like that. This is too long, so long. For example, like this. And then I'm thinking about using some gilding wax to make this a little bit more elegant. So I have this one here. Yeah. So let's try that. Okay, so don't know if you can see that, but this is only, yeah, as I said, really, yeah, not too much, but when you look closer, it's visible. So that it is, yeah, some kind of a little bit elegant, but yeah, not too much of this glittery thing. And yeah, so now I have this on my finger. That's also not so nice. And I think that's it. I don't want to add anything here, even if I think that, yeah, perhaps some gold splatters would be nice. And I also have to seal this with, yeah, some kind of Mod Podge or that stuff. So I think we will do it like this. I will seal this, and that it's not too long for you. I will add some gold splatters, perhaps, and then I will show you some pictures in the end of the video so that you can see how this whole thing looks. So I know, I think you know how to make gold splatters. So let's just make a quick flip through this little journal. And I like that this signature lays so flat to the table now. That's, I think, a really cool thing when you want to take this journal away and go for a travel or that stuff, and you can take it with you. Then it's really comfortable that it lays so flat. And as you can see, I left it really plain so that there's enough space to, yeah, make your own things. And we have some pockets here so that you can put something into it, but the rest is, yeah, free, so free space for own creativity. And that was the point, that was, yeah, the main thing behind this journal, that I wanted it really simple and, yeah, beautiful at the same time. Hopefully that's the fact. And yeah, I love this page. I love this page so much. And because of this golden thing here, so I used this stencil here and made some patterns with golden paint. And because of that, I wanted to have something golden on the front side as well. And also because of this golden lines here in the printable, so that this, yeah, fits together as well. So I will add this, and then I will show you some pictures in the end of this video. And if you are interested in having these printable papers, please check out the info box, so the box below the video. I have linked these pages here for you. These are called The Show Must Go On, and they are available in my Etsy shop. So there's one set with, yeah, some main pages for your journals, some background pages in a second set, and some ephemera, of course, in a third set of paper that you can get and download, print at home, and have fun with it. Yeah, so hopefully you like this. I hope we will see the next time. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Oh, look at this. I wish you all the best. Have a creative time, and yeah, make something beautiful for yourself. I hope we will see the next time. Bye bye.